Hey guys, what's going on? My name is VK and welcome to Phenomenal Creations, the channel that brings the best and most creative VFX on YouTube. So if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. This week, we going fast, real fast.
I'm gonna show VK that I'm worthy of being in his VFX tutorial.
Hey guys, welcome inside Adobe After Effects CC, and before we start I want to let you know that this video was suggested by Naj Array, so thank you for suggesting throughout my Google form. If you want a higher chance to get your suggestion becomes real episodes just like this one, head over to my Google form down description and suggest the things you want to learn. So now when we got that out of the way, it's time to begin the tutorial. Okay, so if you want my footage, you can find it in the description, downloadable by clicking one link, so then you can get it. Okay, but if you shoot your own footage, make sure to capture a few seconds of clean plate with nothing in it, so it'll be a lot easier to edit the video afterwards. So the first step is to separate the clean plate from the original footage by just splitting the layer when the character comes into the shot, and then we'll just position the timing of the video so she starts running in the beginning of the comp because it's just a very short shot. Step number 2 is to find the frame where she starts running seriously. When we find that, let's stop there and let's take the pen tool by hitting G on our keyboard or going up to the toolbar, and let's go ahead and mask a very rough outline of her in that running position. Then after that you move one frame forward and split the layer so we just have one frame of running positioning with the mask. And then we duplicate it like 4 times, and then let's use the positioning and the scaling to make it like she jumps in a very short amount of time, long distances. So when we play back, it looks like she's moving super fast. I have done a tutorial about this, very similar, about the X-Men super speed. So if you have watched it, you probably recognize the method here. So it looks a bit choppy, so we have to make it look a bit more smooth and fast. So we need to add some motion blur, but because we're not animating speed here, we can just add motion blur. So we'll go ahead and add directional blur from the effects and presets panel and add the values from everything from the beginning is 50 to something over to 200, 250 on each of the frames. So it's a smooth, very fast line when we play it back. So now we have done the speed, so we can pre-comp it and call it speed, and let's move to the second part, which it will be the lightning. So how we do is we create a new solid, we take that solid, we pre-comp that solid too, call it lightning, and then let's go ahead into that comp and add advanced lightning effect. Okay, after that we can hit some values to make it look cool. So first let's change the type to strike. That means we can control the end and out point really good. The values, I pretty much left them at the default, but you can go ahead and play around with them if you want to give them your own look. The only thing I will go ahead and attack is the glow color to make it look pretty cool. So in the Flash TV series, it's kind of like an orange, warm orange look. So let's go ahead and add that warm orange for the glow, and that looks pretty cool right there too. Then after that, we go ahead and create a new viewer so we can see the final comp and this lightning comp simultaneously. I have shown this technique a few times. It's very good and very powerful to use. Okay, so the next thing is the really fun part, so to say. So now let's go ahead and animate the origin and the direction of the lightning to move with the actor super fast according to the speed, and also so it leaves a bit of the behind so you can see the lightning flashes. Then you just repeat that process as many times as you need, as many lightning bolts you want to add. I used approximately 4, but you can use more, but I'll say the 4 is a very safe method. Don't forget to make some variations to the coloring. The warm orange and the reddish colors are really the original colors for the Flash TV series. After that, we go ahead and animate the glow opacity and the core radius so it fades out in the end. So just like a couple frames, so the radius from the glow is up from 50 and goes down to 10 or something, and then the core radius from 2 to 1. So it fades out, so it looks pretty weird if the glow is constant all the way the far away of the video. Next up is to add just an extra element if you want to. It's a dust element to really kick off, like she's going with super speed out of the way. This is free elements from actionvfx.com, some cool dust elements. You can find similar in the Action Essentials pack, but if you want this dust element, check the link down in the description. You can get to actionvfx.com's website to get yourself some free dust element things. Alright, so now the hard part is over, so let's go ahead and fine tune it so it looks and fits our needs as we want it. So the step is to pre-comp every layer you have, and after that let's go ahead and give it a cool name like Final or Flash Effects or whatever you want, and let's go to the Effect and Presets panel and find Slider Control and take two of them, take two Slider Control effects and put them on the video. Then after that we'll go ahead and rename the first one to Intensity and the other one to Size/Amount, whatever you want to call it. This is to demonstrate a slider control for the camera movement, so we'll make a very fast shake. Next up is to click P on your keyboard to activate positioning for that video. Then Alt click on the stopwatch to bring up your expression controls. Then what you do is to type wiggle and open parentheses, and then let's go take the pick whip tool and select the first slider control, the intensity. After that let's go hit a comma down in the expression controls, and then take again the pick whip tool and get it to the other slider control, the size and amount, and then let's add an end parentheses to close everything up. So basically what that does is now we have full control of the wiggle expression, so it's not just random. You can hit different kind of values in the sliders to give different kind of looks, and that's super cool and a very good method to use in VFX overall. Then what we do is to start animating the shake itself. So let's find the point where the shake should happen, so the beginning of the running, and let's animate for a few frames the intensity from 0 up to 10. Then the other one, let's go ahead from the size or the amount, let's go from 0, from the same point as the intensity, up to 30, and then down to 0. Of course you can experiment with these to really fit your needs. If you want a big shake, you can make a bigger value. If you want a smaller shake, a lesser value, and then you can of course like explore how long you want the shake to last, just playing with the keyframes. So now we got a pretty convincing shake, but we have one problem. As you can see in the corners of the video, we can see black bars. Basically, we're just moving the comp, so there's nothing behind it. So we have to fix that. Usual people do that, they scale up the clip, but that's okay. That's one way, but then you lose quality because you scale up the pixels. So we have a small trick up our sleeves. Go to Effects and Presets and find Motion Tile Effect. By using the motion tile effect, we can effectively get rid of the black bars in the corners just by basically creating multiple copies of the original clip next to the original clip and on top of the original clip to really give that extra reach. When we mirror the edges and when we move around the comp, we can see it just gives a bit more extra space to work with. So it's happened so fast, and when the shake happens, the people will never see that you have used motion tile anyway. After our shake problem, let's go ahead and add a glow effect for our whole lightning comp, just to emphasize the glow of the lightning itself. Just like add a bit of glow that makes everything look a bit better. Then we go ahead and add a tint effect to desaturate the comp or the lightning itself, because our original footage is shot in kind of a cine style, very flat picture profile, so it will make color grading a lot easier if the lighting is also a bit desaturated, so that's why we do it. After that is basically to add some color grade and some HDR passing. In the previous tutorial I showed you how to do it, basically adding a color grade, and then for the HDR pass to add some cool sharpness and highlights, use the unsharp mask with the values of 20 and 25 to really make that extra sharpness and extra cinematics to the shot. Then after that we can add some anamorphic bars and reposition the video inside that anamorphic bars to make things look a bit more cinematic and cool. And that's basically it. Hope you guys liked to learn some speedy flash effects. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video project. If you did like it, give me a huge thumbs up down below, and also drop me a comment in the comment section. Fill out my Google form if you want to get your suggestions, become real life episodes just like this one. So go ahead and fill that out and become part of the community. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video project next week. Have a good one. See you guys.